Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Right. So, it's going to be a quick night tonight. Thought I had everybody on. Let me see if I got my Instagram folks in. Is my All my Instagram folks in the house? Let's see. Let's see. Are we live tonight? I do not see us here. I do not see us here. But anyway, we're going to keep it on today, and we're going to do it this way. Uh, all right. So first off, welcome, everybody. Sean Bolden, Sean B. How you know me? And tonight, Straight Talk is brought to you by. Tonight, Straight Talk is brought to you by H2O. 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 Yes, we have H2O in new stores. If you're in Hollywood, West Hollywood, North Hollywood, Studio City, Inglewood, Palmdale, Lancaster, Hawthorne, Gardena, ask for it at a 7-Eleven near you, at a smoke shop, at a liquor store. Go in and ask for it. It should be there. If it's not there, you tell them you want it there and you can get your own. And in other cities, we are coming to you soon. We are in New York City and a couple of spots. Yes, we have a couple of spots in New York City. We have Colorado coming. If you're in Union Station, over at the terminal, Union Station out here in Los Angeles, you can too get your H2O CBD infused water right here. H2O. Yes, y'all. And we are now in 5, 6 more locations in the last couple of days. We are growing. They are growing fast and furious. So check out your H2O. It is delicious, refreshing, soothing. It can help you calm your anxiety. It can help you feel all right. It might even help with some aches and pains. It might just quench your thirst. However it goes, H2O is what you need. So there goes our sponsor today, and we're going to leave it like that. All right, so moving forward. All right, I have now got us on live. I'm back on StreamYard. And in case y'all did, if you want to join me tonight, I will put the chat in the chat right now. Tarika, what's going down? Tarika, what's going down? I see you in there. What's the topic today? That's what is the question. Topic on current events, first and foremost. Let's start with our current events. All right. If you don't know, now you know. Donald Trump has been convicted of all 34 counts that were against him. So he's now a convicted felon. Now, as I said in the past, and I'll say it again, I am not a Trump supporter, nor am I a Trump hater. I'm not a Biden supporter, nor am I a Biden hater. So it really doesn't matter to me what's going on right now. But what does matter and why it does matter to me just a little bit is because things like this will lead to a civil war. You heard it from my mouth first. This is what concerns me. The division that politics is causing right now can lead to a civil war amongst ourselves. We already got it going on in our genders, in our community, male versus female, Democrats versus Republicans, race versus race, religion versus religion. There's a lot of different things that are going on right now. And I think we need to really pay attention before it gets the best of us. Now, 3 things came in the current events today. Well, 2 that I'm going to speak about. One that I just said, Donald Trump being convicted. What does that mean for us in America? I have no idea. What it does, well, I'm getting my candy, my popcorn, my H2O, and getting ready for the show because this is entertaining. If you ask me, politics is real entertaining right now. It's unfortunate that politics has become our new entertainment, similar to how we would watch a reality TV show. It's playing media is playing right before us like a reality TV show. And we're just watching it, and some of us concerned, some of us get real triggered. Yo, if you are a Trump supporter or a Trump hater, you get triggered when these things happen. Man, I have some of my best friends who are one of each. I have people on his on the Trump supporter side. I have people on the Trump hater side. And man, oh man, when it comes to that man's name, oh, he got followers like Beyonce's Beehive or Taylor Swift Swifties. They are really, really, really supporters. Like they'll go after their own family and cut their throat for this person. And this is what concerns me. Why are we so passionate that we are ready to cut people who we know love us? I have people in the same household that have different views. That's, man, my man Bill just said the exact thing I'm thinking about. He said, we are arguing over who is the massa. I mean, that's what it boils down to, because really, neither one of them really have control. They just have the title, and that title does hold some weight. Let's not get it twisted. President does hold some weight, but president ain't changing laws. Not at all. You got to go through Congress. There are tiers that has to be obliged, and that's why it was interesting while I was seeing, while I'm looking at Biden in office and I seen Trump in office, because they're both flexing. They both have made promises to different communities. The only community that they have fulfilled are the communities that are squeaking the loudest. You know how they said closed mouth don't get fed? Or the person who opened their mouth in the community that opens their mouth the loudest, and there's several of them, and they get catered to. They are in there changing laws, and they are in there squeaking until they are getting the attention. Now, me personally, I fall victim to it because I'm not squeaky like that when it comes to politics. I don't think politicians are usually trustworthy. I say usually because there are some that are, but usually politics is a job. It's, and kind of what I was speaking about, one of my reporters, I was speaking to him about today, right? And my man Bill said, politics in America, the bird is called profit, and the wing is Dem, and the other wing is GOP, Republican. I couldn't have said it better. And that's part of what I'm saying. Now, Trump, in my opinion, like I said, not a Trump hater, not a Trump supporter, he is right now falling victim to one thing. And the thing that I'm going to talk about, the other story I'm going to talk about, they both claim to have fallen victim to it. And you know what that is? His own arrogance. He's fallen victim to his own arrogance. Now, once a person wants to ask me, who was into politics, he said, what team or leader that I think it was Dame Dash, as a matter of fact. He said, what leader that in any way, form, or fashion has gone where his whole team has went to jail, except him? I wait. Big up to Dame Dash who asked this question. And I forgot to man, the billionaire Republican cat, Indian, Pakistan. He's Iranian, as a matter of fact. He asked that question in the interview. He said, what person that you know that's a good leader. He said, good leader. What good leader you know that his whole crew went to jail except him? Made me scratch my head like, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. The guy refused to answer it. I can't remember his name, but he refused to answer it because he's politically tied with Trump. And you know, to Dame's point, yo, if you really look at it, if we was living on the streets and what happened in Trump's regime happened in real life, we would be like, oh, he's cooperating, he working for feds, he, you know, he's a plant, you know, all of the things that we say in street things. And Trump probably would say it too. And that's the one thing that Trump didn't realize. Trump was playing street politics in real politics world. He was playing street politics in real politics world. He's used to, you know, the street politics where his money can go ahead and you know, get him. And in his presidency, he exercised a lot of those politics. You know, and then he played both sides to the middle. You know, he went ahead and camaradered with all those people who, you know, who thought can favor him. This is what concerns me with Trump. My only thing that really concerns me is that Trump concerns himself primarily about Trump. So, like, talk about women who concern themselves that in their emotions. You know, us men have had these conversations with women are slaves to their emotion many times. Not all women, but they are ruled by their emotions, and that will take everybody down. They will take anybody down. They're in those feelings. Well, guess what? Trump is the epitome of that, and that's what concerns me. That's what concerns me. He wants loyalty, and he speaks about loyalty, but he's not loyal to anyone, himself and his agenda. That's the concern. Everybody who I'm aware of, the reason why he's convicted right now, you know why? Simply because he wasn't loyal to somebody that was loyal to him. And so while he was playing street politics and has gotten away with that in his regular routine before he was in politics, and he even got away with it somewhat in politics. Politics is a whole different game. You know those laws that he used to say, the tax that he used to benefit him? The people who were against him are using those laws now against him. The way he went around some of those laws, well, they went back and went into some of those laws too, and now they're using them against him. And will this matter in time? I don't know. I'm curious. Like I said, I got water, get some popcorn soon. I'm just gonna watch it play out. H2O, by the way, CBD infused water. I'm just gonna watch it play out because I'm curious on how it's all gonna play out. Did I predict guilty on all 34 counts? Never. I don't think anybody here. If y'all did, if y'all predicted that he would get found guilty on all 34, please put in the chat that that's what you think, because I personally did not think that was going to happen. Now, I really wasn't following it one way or the other, but when I saw that headline, I was like, ooh, all right. Getting a little we're about to, the plot thickens, as they would say, the plot thickens. Now, my man, they won't use tax issue because all use them. Right, sir. What they're using is laws that really, you know, right now, Diddy's in the news. It kind of distracted what was going on with Trump. Now Trump got the headline, and both of them have fallen victim to what I just spoke about. Arrogance. That's what they have both fallen victim to. Arrogance. Diddy, arrogance. Trump, arrogance. One in the political world, one in the entertainment world. Well, both in the entertainment world, if you ask me, because politics is entertainment, as I just described, in my opinion. Politics has now become the new media reality show. When I look at the news, whether it be CNN, Fox, MSNBC, BR, I forgot, overseas, I look at them all just to see how they're going to go against each other. It's kind of like seeing a basketball game or a sporting event where I'll turn on one and it's all favoring the Democrats. Then I'll turn on the other and they favor the Republicans. And they don't say it, but it's an underlying truth that you can recognize easily. And you can just tell when you're looking at it who's favoring. So when I want to see some good points of what Democrats are doing, I'll go watch Fox. Because if Fox is reporting something good that the Democrats did, it really was good. And when I want to know what's good that the Republicans are doing, I'll go watch CNN. Because CNN will report something that's good on the Republican side. He gets to appeal 34. He has the money to do it. Yeah, you're right. And that's what he's banking on. And, quite frankly, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's going in the wrong and directions. So, yeah, he definitely is going to have that ability to appeal. That's the next chapter. That's the next episode. Today's episode, conviction on all 34 counts. Tomorrow episode, oh, it's a bogus judge, and all of the rhetoric and pushback that he gonna give. The weekend is going to be stay tuned till next week. Monday is going to be Trump is going to appeal. So it's going to continue. The saga is going to continue, and that's just my take on it. It's all theatrics at this point. This country is becoming within this country, it's unfortunate that it's becoming really buffoon. Politics is becoming real predictable. It's kind of like sports. All the things that people are saying, everything is staged, and there's an agenda behind everything, and everything is already. I'm starting to understand why people feel that way. Do I think that it's as calculated as people think? No. I think really in control is more and bigger than politics. That's the person that's what I really pay attention to personally. But is it entertaining? Is it political? Is it feuding? Yes. But more importantly, it's a divide. And that's what I said earlier as a concern, and still is a concern of mine. I think we need to really figure out ways to try and come together beyond politics and all of that, so that we can have a better camaraderie with one another. All right. So with that said, we're gonna leave Trump alone. Gonna go. I already spoke a little bit about Diddy. I spoke about Diddy all last week. If you want to tune in, go check out that episode. I spoke about Diddy. I spoke about the similarities between Chris Lighty and Shakir Stewart. Came up with this Triple H theory. Nobody else has it. I came up with it. Triple H. One thing that people in the industry had in common, that they will become a target, possible victim. Because both were quote unquote committed or unlife themselves. Because we can't say certain words. And both of them had these three things in common, from what I heard. I didn't know Shakir whatsoever. I knew Chris not as directly. Both of them had these three things in common, which make you, as you get powerful, a target. They both had heart, from what I understand. Shakir, lawyer, Chris Lighty, very smart businessman, had heart. They wasn't, bowing down to people just because. They wasn't nobody punks. from what I understand. Even though Shakir might have got touched up by allegedly by somebody in the news crew, I understand he wasn't nobody's punk. He had heart. That's one of the H's. Second H. They were heterosexual. Now, I know there's rumors about both of them possibly unlifing themselves because of rumors of or things that were against their sexuality that never came out. In fact, that was the case. It might have came out by now. But they both kind of stayed away from some of that stuff, from my understanding. You know, there's rumors. Like I said, I don't know Shakir, but there was rumors because of Chris, because you know they were trying to justify what people felt was not what they said it was, being him on life and himself. So they tried to loom over this rumor to question his heterosexuality. But I've met Chris times. We've had a few exchanges, and I never picked up anything like that. Not that I would, or that I probably am the best to judge it, but I can sometimes see it. I can see that, or I have seen them or heard about them in compromising places or positions that are questionable, not quite compromising, questionable thing. I never heard that about like never. And then the third H, so that heart, heterosexual, humility, humbleness. That humbleness is the most powerful of all of those, because that humbleness is when all of those haters try to come at them and all the people try and come at them on some street stuff or whatever. The protection that goes over them because of how much love they receive, because of how much love they extended, precedes them. So somebody try and hate on them, for example, I don't know about them cat. So. They like, hold up. I don't know who you talking about. But nah, he is solid cat, and they will be defended because of their humbleness. So, for example, Dame Dash had the first two. He had heart and he had heterosexual. But he fell victim to what I was talking about with Trump and Diddy, arrogance. Now, I would say Dame's arrogance is different. You know, it's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. Say it all the time. And sometimes people don't know how to straddle those lines. But the two that I'm speaking about, especially Lighty, he was very humble. He was very gracious, always had good things to say about people. So that will give you a covering. That love that was extended gets a covering of love from others, street cats, artists, people they do business with, that really hovers over them. For all those who feel they're getting too powerful, they'll be like, nah, and they will embrace them. All the people they did business with, all of the who people got to kiss their butt to do business with, you know, or got to do no ditties to do business with, they're able to do business with in a very respectable way, and be able to uphold their dignity, uphold their pride without having to compromise things where they didn't have dirt on them, which makes people a target. In this industry is what I have been aware of, and why I came up with these three H's: heart, heterosexual, and humility. Because if you got those three H's, you might, and you're starting to grow in power, like these two gentlemen. One was head of LaFace / Def Jam, had Jeezy and all of them, and Shakir. One was had his own management company, which was the biggest management company in the hip hop industry. Biggest, violate the biggest. Get the biggest, big up to baby Chris Lighty, the biggest management company in the industry. His power was exceeding those of record label executives, of television executive, and that was a concern to many people, which, in my opinion, could possibly be a reason why a lot of people are questioning whether the ruling of them being unlife in themselves ever happened, or were they a victim to this industry because they had those 3H's and somebody felt threatened, somebody felt intimidated, or somebody felt that they were getting too powerful to where they were concerned in the matter of other people who have also had mysterious death, i.e. Biggie, i.e. Pac, i.e. We can go on, i.e. Nipsey. Should we go on? There's a lot of people who was really grown. Heart, humility, humbleness, and heterosexual. Those three elements, yo. My brother and I, as I shared last week, was told by an executive who was a lady, y'all will not make it. Y'all will not have success because you're heterosexual. We were young at the time, so we didn't understand what she was saying. But in hindsight, it's 2020 now. Woo! Those 3H's, y'all. I'm gonna type them in. This is an original from Sean. Heart, humility or humbleness, and heterosexual. Those three things, yo. Those three things are dangerous in this entertainment industry, music industry specifically, probably more so than the music industry, because they're very intimidating to those who are in power. Because that combination of those three can take over any circumstance or situation they're in. Think about it. If we even go further back in history, outside of this industry, politics, heart, humility, heterosexual, Malcolm X. Think about it. I mean, I won't go into more. Heart, humility, heterosexual, John F. Kennedy. I ain't even gonna go there yet. Let me just say that those three things, and this is something that it's my opinion. My opinion. I came up with this concept. I came up with these words. If you hear anybody using them, it came from me. Heart, humility, heterosexual is very intimidating force in this here industry, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Think about it if you may. Process what I'm saying. Let me know your thoughts. By the way, I need you to share. I need you to like. I need you to share, like, comment. Y'all comment. Comment if y'all think any of what I'm saying, speaks some truth. Right? Comment. Last week I spoke about it in depth. Some of the, when I broke it down, I saw how Atlanta took over and positioned and got our brother Shakir Stewart in place after a lot of other elements came into place. I saw how they sunk their teeth. Atlanta sunk their teeth into the industry and took it over slowly but surely. The West Coast did it first, the East Coast had it. I'm talking hip hop industry, and specifically hip hop industry or music, music industry, even because hip hop took over the music industry for quite a long time up until now. Now it's starting to trickle over back into other genres, but hip hop took over the music industry from 1988 to about 2018, arguably, hip hop ruled the industry. Now we're starting to get some R&B, some pop that's starting to gain a little bit more leverage and even out, maybe take a little edge. But hip hop has ruled the music industry for a couple of decades or more. and the world for that matter when it comes to the influence that it has had. So with that being said, a lot of people had the reins of the industry. The East Coast had the reins initially. Then it shifted over into the West Coast, had the reins. Then down south started taking the reins, starting with Atlanta and then segue into New Orleans and Miami. And Florida, I can't dismiss them. They had the reins in between, but they didn't have the reins, but they were influential while the reins were held by a couple of the other places. But definitely, oh man, yo, I didn't even mention him. One of the most powerful people that had those three H's. DMX, my brother Earl. Yo, that man right there had the heart, the humility, the humbleness, and heterosexual down pat. He had it all. And those elements is what made him so phenomenal. It made him from beyond just a talented artist to a superstar because of those three H's. And he became very powerful because he wasn't having it. He had the heart. Nah, you wasn't messing with that. He had the humility, which was shown in his humbleness, how he surrendered to his Lord, how he said, he went out and said, where my dogs at? Then said a prayer. You saw all the artists mention now that he's gone, how his presence was felt when he was on tour. Jay-Z said it. The Locks. I mean, the Locks is was Rough Riders. Jay-Z said it. Puff knew it. Everybody knew it. Meth Man. All of them understood the power that man had. The showmanship, the tenacity, the heart, the humility, and his masculinity, heterosexual masculinity was unmatched. And it made him, man, thank you for reminding me about him up there, because yo, he had those three H's. And again, seriously, unfortunately has passed. And I don't know why. When you have those three H's, you become somewhat of a target, in my opinion. And it's been kind of where I've been, people ask me sometimes, why did I leave the industry? Why don't I do certain things? Having this understanding is part of why I kind of just sit back and I do things like this. I'll speak on it. But man, it's very dangerous game. Not only that, but keep your humility when achieving that many accolades is very difficult. That's why when I spoke about Trump and Diddy earlier, I can't be mad. That's why I'm not a hater on either of them, although I don't agree with a lot of things that they do. Not a supporter of either, not a hater of either of them. Just certain things that they do that I feel like they do because their arrogance and their abuse of the power that they have been blessed with, it just is overwhelming. That's what's really they're falling victim to right now as we speak. Both of them simultaneously in different arenas, but for the same reasons, are falling victim to the abuse of their power, to their lack of loyalty to no one but their money. My opinion. Lack of loyalty to no one but their money. Nothing but their money. And all those people who support them, there's a reason for that, because a lot of people support those who have money and influence. Whether they're immoral, whether they're heinous, whether they're despicable, it doesn't matter as long as they have money and influence. And those two abuse their power for the quest and the thirst for the money and influence, in my opinion. And they're both now are seeing the effects of how the chickens are coming to roost, as they might say. So, yo, bless this country. because we definitely need it, and bless the mentalities of all those. But yo, so those are the two. Now here's the third person who they said had arrogance, and right now you're seeing apologies and all this other stuff. I'm talking about our brother Kyrie Irving. Now, this is a man who they stripped. They said he's an arrogant. They say he's a you know he what do you call that? Anti-Semitic. He's this. He's that. Man, and now he's in the finals. Mark Cuban, great move. Thank you. God bless you for giving that man the opportunity that all of these people who are now apologizing and hopping on his influential bandwagon are jumping on. Stephen A. Smith today came out with an apology to Kyrie Irving, not for his criticism, as he said, but for the way he did it. Yes, Stephen A., that's what we was telling you. And to his point and to his favor, he did come in and finally own up to it. Thanks to Kenny Smith, Kenny the Jet Smith, salute to you for checking the young brother. I say young brother to you because obviously he's the older brother to me, but checking him, because sometimes our power, our jobs, our accolades remove us from our humility, and that humility and that confidence becomes an arrogance. I've witnessed it very clearly many times and many occasions, and still witness it to this day. So we had this brother, this young brother, Kyrie Irving, who was just getting massacred. He lost his sneaker endorsement deal. He lost his job. He lost his credibility. He lost his livelihood due to the fact that he stood on something that wasn't popular. Due to the fact that he spoke on things that was passionate to his heart. He asked questions that people are afraid to ask. He had heart. Heart. Mark Cuban himself said in an interview this weekend, why did you go up the curb? Because he had humility, is what Mark said. He recognized in him. He said when he got off the court, he went and hugged people. He said he didn't just go pat them, he hugged them. And when he had conversations with other players, never mind the media, they said they loved him. He had the humility where they loved Kyrie Irving. But media did their thing like they always do, and media made him out to be a horrible person. They had him being a lot of things. Now, he spoke up on something that a movie that he saw. I've never seen a movie, but they said there was anti-Semitic. Yo, I will say this, albeit, but there's so many things that Semites do not want to acknowledge when it comes to other people, but they want it acknowledged with them. And that's just an unfortunate reality. And again, I'm not anti-Semitic whatsoever. I'm not, again, pro or against Trump. I'm just saying we need to be fair, and we need to have the same energy and fairness when it comes to protecting ourselves, as well as when it comes to hearing others and hearing their perspective. Because while no one say anything is anything less than horrific, the things that some people have gone through, it does not negate or overshadow the horrendous things that other people have gone through. And sometimes I feel like it's just not fairly empathized on so many different fronts. So we want the empathy and the sympathy in one regard, but we want to extend the empathy and sympathy. To this day, that man almost lost everything because of someone not understanding that being empathetic and sympathetic to what he was expressing, or to even listen to his point of view because it was so offensive. And so here we are. We got this man who was arrogant, who was deemed a horrible person, and now he's receiving the apologies that are so long overdue. Stephen A. Smith, it shouldn't have took him getting the finals for you to be able to admit this publicly. I know you did it Uh, I knew did it privately, but publicly, according to what you said, you're just doing it now. And it should have been done a long time ago. It shouldn't have took him getting ready to get into the finals to do it. So I commend you for doing it, but brother, why does it take so much to get you to look in your own mirror? Why does it take so long to get you to reevaluate your position when people are coming to you and bringing and empathetically and sympathetically presenting something to you that your arrogance is too dense to hear? Makes it too dense to hear. That's the question to you, Stephen A. But big up to you. God bless you all. But those are the three things. So these arrogance, boy, whew, arrogance and confidence, fine line, and it's real difficult. So, with that being said, this is gonna be a straight talk. I'm going to leave here. If anybody got any questions, any concerns, if you want to speak about something, I do want to leave with something. I just got a text from my daughter, and I posted something earlier, and I asked the question, and this is what I posted right here. So I'm going to ask you guys to look at it before we leave and comment on it or let me know what you think. I will let you hear my point of view after I watch it, but I want to hear your point of view right now. All right, here we go. Okay, it's not playing. It's not playing. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me move it. Let me see if I can put it back up. See if it'll play for us. It won't play, then it won't be said today. I played it. Look, y'all, I'm playing it. I don't hear anything. You don't hear anything. But it was my brother philosophical video. We'll do it next week. I'm not going to get into it today. I like the politics. I'm tired of relationships, as I said last week. So we're gonna play it today. We'll play it next week. If you want it, go look at my page, my Instagram page, my Facebook page, and, or just hit me on the DM and I'll send it to you directly and we can discuss it then. But anyway, my name is Sean Bolden. Sean B, however you know me. This is Straight Talk, Lisa Straight Understanding. I hope you had a good time. Watch out for them politics. It's your H2O. By the way, again, H2O, our sponsor, is in stores near you in Los Angeles. We are in West Hollywood, Studio City. They are in West Hollywood, Studio City, Hawthorne, Gardena, Compton, Northridge, the Valley, basically, at smoke shops, 7-Elevens, liquor stores, restaurants. If you go ask for it. If it's not in your store, make sure they get it, but it should be in stores everywhere. We're at Union Station, LAX. Watch it, y'all. We're on the ride, about to extend into the new territories. We're in New York in a couple of spots, a couple of smoke shops in New York. We're in Portland. We're about to be in Portland. So we're growing. They are growing very fast. H2O, H2O, H2O. I say we because I invite myself to embrace it all the time because my brothers are company owners. My nephew is the company owner. And I just say support because they support my show and I support them. So H2O, y'all, look out. CBD infused water everywhere where it's available. And yes, you can order your shirts too. You can order your shirts. They are a mere, I believe it's $30. And you can have your H2O shirt too. You can have this design or you can have the smaller design where the logo is right there in various colors. All right, so hit me on the DM if you're interested in that. H2O, thank you for supporting our efforts. And go to the stores and ask for your CBD infused water. H2O. It can relax you, can relieve you. It's hydration, relaxation. All right. With that being said, Sean Bolden, Sean B, once again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you all. Love you all. See you next week. Thursdays, y'all. Thursdays. Straight Talk Leads Straight Understanding. Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Hope to see you then. This is what we do. This is how we do. My name is Sean Bolden, and I care, feel, and love all of you. Peace.